Aquarius. Welcome to your full moon in Sagittarius reading for June 3rd, 2023. Full moons close out cycles, so we're going to be closing out a cycle in the next 2 weeks. Not a psycho, a cycle. You have as a theme the Magician card, which gives you a yes answer. This card says skill, manifestation, leadership, and self-confidence. The Magician for me is all that. Plus, I think for me, it really has a lot to offer in regards of concepts and your vision. You become conscious of something, you become aware of it, and then you're like, okay, I want to pursue that, and you go from there. But there's an awareness that comes with it, and the vision that you have, like, oh, I want to be a great artist. Well, that's a great vision, and every decision that you make after that has to be put against that vision. Is it aligned with that vision? Is it not? So the vision is very important. It's the first thing that you put down. It's your goalpost. It's one, right? And everything else should stem from that particular vision. It is skill. It is wanting to be to master a skill. There's a high focus that comes with the Magician, because if you want to learn something, you need to focus on it. You don't want to scatter your energy. So let's see how that plays out for you in the next 2 weeks. What's being closed out? Possibly juggling responsibilities and finances, which could be leaving you emotionally on a roller coaster. And the Two of Pentacles always asks you to move through challenges with a lighter heart. Juggling is a fun activity, and so keeping a light heart under these kind of treacherous waters is a necessity. However, he's on dry land. Actually, it's a stage, but oh, and you have the Fool with that. Pure potential. That's nice with the Magician card as well. I think you're keeping things, a couple of things up in the air, or trying to juggle a few things in the hopes that you are moving in the right direction where the Fool is concerned. The Fool is pure potential. It has taking a leap of faith. And so it kind of feels like you're hoping one thing works out so you can drop a ball, but in the meantime, you have to keep them both up in the air. I don't know if you're having any problems with legs or circulation in your legs. Legs are kind of coming out to me with both of these cards. So I'll just put that out there. Oh, you're behaving as the Five of Swords. That's a difficult card, actually. This is drama. Drama is being played out. It's a no-win situation. I would say in this case, mind your ego. Now, when you have the Magician and the Five of Swords, there can be manipulation. So you might be trying to manipulate a situation. These are the impact of your words on other people or the situation itself. It's kind of like a no-win situation. And if it was in my outcome card, I would say you get what you want, but it may not be the way you want it. But this is kind of how you're behaving. And so you may be stirring up some drama. This card always says check your ego at the door if you prefer not to stir up drama. But again, this is leaving your situation. Okay, so you have the Six of Cups, Six of Swords, which follows the Five of Swords, and that's taking the lessons that you've learned from this dramatic situation, this argument, this fight, this no-win situation, and moving to a calmer place where you can kind of regain your balance, but also to figure out what you learned from that experience. But you're doing it from a more calm energy. You're from a calmer mental state. You're not in this five frenzy anymore. We'll get more on these in a minute. You have the Empress card here. So this can be in regards to mother situations, nurturing, nature, the earth. You have the Empress is for me details, right? So if the Magician is your concept, the High Priestess would be the structure, and the Empress are the details that you put on the structure. So, you have a house that's being built. You don't put up the wallpaper before you have the walls built, right? So you need that firm structure to put those details on. Now, the Empress can be, I will say this, a fierce protective mother. So when I see these two cards together, it's very possible that you had to do some fighting for your kids. Do you know what I mean? In which case, the Five of Swords is not a negative thing. However, it's still that sort of no-win situation. And by that I mean maybe you do get what you want, but you hurt a lot of people in your wake, or, there was some drama played out that didn't leave a good feeling. The Empress can be mother, it can be nurturing, it can be creativity, it can be giving birth. Someone may have been trying to give birth and wasn't able to, and maybe we're going to try again, that kind of energy. Nine of, or you were trying, you couldn't, and then you were like, okay, but we let it go. Because that Nine of Wands is a little bit like, we've had the experience, we've been through the ringer, I have the scars to show for it, and now I'm ready to defend this situation with my life. It is a kind of a pensive feeling, but it's also defensive. And for me, because it's nine, it's a cumulative energy. Again, the end of an experience and what we've accumulated, the knowledge, the experience that we've gotten from it has only made us stronger, because this is my What Doesn't Kill Me Makes Me Stronger card. And it's somebody who's on the precipice. We start off on a stage, we end on a stage. And there's one in the middle too. It's like these things are being played out, right? But the Empress is, we can be on the verge of a creative project, on the verge of getting pregnant, on the verge of having what we want because she's abundant. On the verge of finalizing those details to our structure. Okay, I'm going to get some clarification here. Yeah, this has left you a little bit dissatisfied, bored, but you are getting the opportunity here to make something of it, to fill that cup with what emotion you want to put into it. Something kind of comes out of the blue to snap you out of your boredom or your fixation on regrets. So if you think about it, the Three of Cups comes before this, and that's like a party. It's gratitude. It's the joys of life. And when the party's over, you're kind of left stuck doing the dishes, or that kind of energy, right? There's this sort of dissatisfied feeling. The party's over, you spend all this time arranging things and getting it all together, and then it's over, and it's kind of like a bit of a letdown, the adrenaline rush is gone. And so this cup comes from out of the blue to say, well, fill it up with what you want then. Okay. High Priestess. So there's your trio, right? There's your magician energy. There's your magician energy. There's your structure, the High Priestess, which is your divinity. So what do you hold dear? What is divine to you? That is the structure on which you build upon. What is important to you? And that's maybe why you fight so hard for it. It's your divinity. It is secretive as well. So you may decide to sneak off somewhere. But it's also things that are going on behind the scenes, which could be some difficulty with that Five of Swords. It could be like plotting. But if it is, it's you. You're the one that's plotting, because the placement of this is you and how you're dealing with this situation. And it doesn't have to be wrong, but, that depends on what you're plotting, I suppose. It could be a bit of a disappearing act. Oh, nice. So that abundance card with the Empress does come in. That's 2 9s, so we are definitely finding our way towards the end of this cycle. This closes it out nicely, I think. So with that 9 of Wands, like I said, you're on the precipice of getting what it is that you have worked long and hard for, and that is the 9 of Cups, the wish fulfillment. I'm satisfied. I got it. The Empress. The fierce protective mother, right? She did it. She got it. She defended herself and she got what she wanted. Good for you. Good for you. The only thing that I would say that is negative about the 9 of Cups is gloating. You can gloat about it. Maybe that's part of the 5 of Swords too. Also very possible. Funny. These things don't have to be so dramatic. It can just be little everyday things, but it doesn't matter. You still get your wish, and I think that's what's important. And the Empress, that's the quintessential female. She gets what she wants. She is what she wants. Maybe somebody's dealing with their mother-in-law, or a mother that can be difficult. That's also possible here. What does Spirit want you to know? Well, you have the 4 of Cups. That's this card again. So there's a very contemplative energy here. Sometimes on a negative level, there can be some apathy or disillusion. But there's also a spark and re-energized energy that comes in with that cup that comes from out of nowhere. It says, fill it up with what you want then. Let's reignite that spark. Think about it. Think about what you want. You definitely get it with that 9 of Cups wish fulfillment card. Very full. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. It was short, but I think it was pretty complete. And yeah, the 5 of Swords is pretty central to the whole thing, but yeah, I'm sure you have integrity. Okay, I'll be back in 2 weeks for a new moon reading. I do dailies, and I appreciate you listening. Take good care.